Whoa, isn't that the same noise? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Slapdash podcast. This is episode number...
Or did we talk about what we were going to talk about?
No, we didn't. You just started recording.
Well, I was just recording to
You didn't... Well, I mean, the quality sounds a lot better now because
Jake has his own voice.
we have three different microphones now for each one of us.
I could even bring mine for like a fourth person.
You could?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's really interesting.
All right. Anyway, so since we didn't even talk about what we were going to talk about, let's just come up with something.
Let's talk about what we're going to talk about.
So what are we going to talk about?
I mean, we always could, we could talk about the movie if we really want.
We're not talking about the movie.
Why not?
I've talked
Like
about
our final thoughts?
No, I've talked about the movie 300 times. I don't want to talk about it again.
The movie is like a...
Shitty.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Jeremy. God.
I wasn't getting angry.
Yeah, you were. I could see it in your eyes.
You're gay. All right.
Oh yeah, Cooper Williams wants to be on the next podcast.
Really?
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh.
Cooper Williams.
What will we talk about?
I don't know.
How about we ask him what he thinks of thoughts, because he expounds on them a lot.
Thoughts, sicko mode, and Obama.
Agree.
No, he gets really into it though. Like
Oh
seriously.
yeah.
He'd
He'd be great on. He'd be a great at a podcast.
Let's get him to make fun of someone slutty in our school.
Everyone.
Even you.
Yeah.
No, he'll go crazy with thoughts.
Yeah, Cooper. If you want to be on the next podcast, by all means, come on. Get on.
One of my favorite things he ever said. One of the things he does first off when he makes fun of sluts is that he pulls his pants up really far. Because that's what they do. They pull their pants up every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorite things he ever said was do you want to break up 6 times in 1 year and still have a meaningful relationship? And he always does that stupid voice where he's and then he does
Yeah.
You just go.
Oh
my god, guys!
I hate when she does that.
She's right down the road from us.
Oh yeah. There she is.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Cause it's just it's the best thing ever. What else did he talk about?
Oh well, that was a good start. Okay, now we have the ice is broken now.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Let's just talk about Cooper this entire podcast.
No, we can hype him up, and then the next podcast we have, it's gonna be just him. So he's gonna be all hyped up for this one, and then the next one he's gonna be in it. So everybody's gonna be ready for it.
I do really want to bring on more guests though. People like Cooper that actually really want to talk.
Yeah.
Need to bring Brody on.
Brody, Cooper.
Who else would be fun? I feel I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't want to do it, but Nags and Bags, just because.
Oh,
they're
Bags on a podcast.
Bags
I know
Bags
for
would
a
just
fact
be himself. He would be good at being himself.
Nags would. Oh, he talked the whole time, which is a good thing. But it'd be a 2-hour podcast. But I mean, Nags, he could do it. Nags would probably do. I could see him doing it.
No, the best thing would be Bags would say something and Nags would just go haha or just make fun of him right after.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be just fighting the whole time.
I think that would be a really good podcast.
Yeah.
Then I mean, anyone else who really wants to come on, by all means, just
Caleb.
Caleb's been on once.
Yeah, I shot that up. Let's. Oh, okay. Here's a good topic. Christmas. How was everybody's Christmas?
Oh yeah. I was actually thinking that.
I got a big red iPhone.
I got a. Oh, okay.
What, Jeremy?
Nothing. How was everybody's Christmas?
A big red
iPhone.
For I had a good Christmas. It's weirdly seeming less and less like Christmas every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
do.
Feel the same way.
This year I kind of just opened presents and then went to my room and watched a movie on Netflix because there was really nothing excitingly new I got.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Jeremy?
Well, I got an audio mixer, which we're using right
Mhm.
now for this podcast.
Wow.
Yeah,
I bet it'll sound like shit.
it probably will.
I'm
but
just kidding.
but I know you're kidding.
Is there some kind of effect you add to the audio?
Yes.
Because I swear, it makes it sound weirder. It actually makes it sound worse.
No, that's just how it sounds like.
Really?
Yeah, that's how bad it is.
Like the kind of like scratchy, weird,
Mm-hmm.
high-pitchedness you can...
Mm-hmm. That's because of that microphone. It's because since we're both talking to it, we're talking away from it, and you're supposed to talk into those things.
Oh.
Yeah.
My audio probably sounded really weird.
Yes, it sounds very weird.
Yeah.
When are we
it's-
doing that ASMR podcast?
we're- anyway, how's everybody's Christmas?
Oh, so my Christmas was pretty good. Yeah, we opened some presents and then we went sicko mode. Yeah.
Sounds like my Christmas.
we were gonna go watch a movie. We went to Aki to eat. It's like a Japanese like hibachi. It was really good.
What if Santa was on crack?
What?
Oh yeah.
You just interrupted Jake to ask that
Bruh.
question?
Okay, anyway, continue, Jake.
What if Santa went sicko mode?
Just, why do you keep saying that?
I don't know. It's just like when I get on something, I like start
Yeah.
repeating it over and
It's
over.
basically me.
Yeah.
I was saying bruh, now I'm saying bub.
Yeah.
Do I say something that, like,
I don't
is
know.
repetitive?
Me and Caleb
You-
pointed out something one year, but I can't remember it now.
That I
Like,
did?
You've been
Oh,
saying
yeah.
tweaking.
I have been
Tweaking.
saying
We've
tweaking.
been- We both have been saying tweaking.
I just that
bro.
word is a very funny word to use to describe
That
stuff.
lady is tweaking out.
Oh yeah, they tweaked me earlier. So today, soon on Jeremy's channel will be interviews with the cast from Detained.
I might actually upload that on Joker Studios as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
link in the description.
okay, so
By peeking below.
we did my interview first for like the man who played Melvin, me, and about 7 minutes in, Jake left, and then he came back in, and I thought, of course, it was Jake again. Like, I hear the door slam because we didn't want any interruptions while I was talking, and then nobody else was home but just a couple of our friends, like no parents or anything, and I just yell, "You fucking cunt!" And then Jeremy like looks in. It was very convincing. Jeremy like looks into like the doorway, and he goes, "Dude, that was Jake's dad." And I like on the screen. I literally just jump and I go, "Oh, I mean, Jake."
Yeah.
And it was the best. Oh, that was so good.
Jeremy's good at getting us like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could act like that in the movies, because I can't act worth crap in movies. But then
It scared the shit out of my heart dropped.
When it's something that means something to our friend group, like you're really good at like tricking us. Like
my dog is
Charlie.
eating the bottom of the door.
Well, no wonder that was all chewed up. I remember I was like
Yeah.
looking at it. Like,
Yeah, she does it all the time. She always chews at my door.
But like,
Yeah, she is.
yeah, there was that one time in the car. And
Wait, what?
big tip bitch.
Hey.
Uh,
Wait, where were you going with this? What was something about?
Remember Jeremy?
no,
pranked
he
us?
was saying like that. Like there's something that like in
Oh,
a friend
okay.
group that like,
Yeah.
and I'm really good at getting you guys like tricking you guys into thinking stuff. Which I don't know why I'm good at that, but like
You were really good at it
Yeah.
one day.
Okay.
I
so-
got nudes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
basically we were saying like there's this one like hot girl, this girl we found on
Oh.
Instagram that lives like an hour away from us.
Oh.
And she had like swimsuit pics and everything, and she had kind of like large jongs. and
Large
and we were like daring each other the entire day, like, dude, ask her for nudes. And then Jeremy just goes, "I did it," and then we're like, "Really?" Yeah, she's sending him. She said yes. And we're like, "Oh my god, no way!" And then he's like, we look at it. He like wouldn't show us his phone, and we see it, and he didn't send crap. that was really good.
Yeah, I was.
Oh god.
severely
It was funny
depressed,
because you
like-
guys are in the car, so you couldn't like turn around to look. So like I was just like back there, like just like
What was?
tricking you
That would
guys.
have been cool.
Oh god, should I like say like? Should I say like? You remember the part in the Bigfoot bloopers, like that one part that I actually included but had no context about that?
What?
Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, I'm not afraid to admit this now, because nobody will know who this girl is.
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh.
yeah, okay, I'll tell the
yeah,
story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Listen.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what.
So we were filming that day. We filmed the Finding Bigfoot parody on my channel, and we got done filming all the day stuff. So we literally just stayed at Jeremy's house until it got dark, and so we were just kind of bored. Sitting at Jeremy's house, no one else was home but us three.
It'll click.
And then I came up and we were still daring each other, like, dude, ask her. And then, like, we kept I don't know, were we targeting Jeremy kinda? Like, we kept trying to go into, like, Jeremy, do it. He's like, why don't you do it?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Well, yeah.
Well, that day, like, we kept just targeting you, like, Jeremy, you should do it. And you're like, why me? You guys should do it. And then I came up with this game. I was like, all right. We're going to play rock, paper, scissors.
This is so stupid.
I know, it was really stupid.
Looking back on it, it's like, why would
it's like really like immature-ish. I came up with this game where we played rock, paper, scissors, and us three, and if there was an odd one out, they lost that round. And how many losses did we have to go to? 2 or 3?
3.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were saying, like, okay, first person to 3 losses has to ask her for nudes. So we literally, I can't believe it. We got down to 2-2-2, and it was down to one final round. We go rock, paper, scissors, and then this is actually in the Finding Bigfoot bloopers. Like, I included this, but it had no context because I like secretly put my camera on.
Yeah.
And it's in there. You can literally go to like middle of the bloopers and just see like a random like camera on the side table. So we do rock, paper, scissors, and then we look and I'm the odd one out, and all 3 of us are just like, oh, like screaming.
I remember. I was like, Caden, no.
And I was like, this was a dare that we all, and I just said, fuck it, like. This was a dare that we all, like, agreed, like, okay, we're gonna do it, and I wasn't gonna be, like, all, like, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid to send it. I just did it. I just went, just put nudes, and sent it, and, like, threw my phone on the ground, and then Jeremy just screams, oh my god! And, like, that.
We were so excited, like, we were like,
oh yeah.
That's such a stupid thing to be
yeah,
excited
and of course
about.
it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, unless, I don't think any girl sends nudes unless she's a total slut, honestly.
Oh my god.
That was great, though. I had a fun time that day. What, Jeremy?
What?
Nothing.
Well, that was really fun, though. Just the reveal of, like, us 3 looking at each other's hands and then seeing that I had that odd one. That was great.
Oh.
Huh.
Nothing. Okay,
Wow.
anyway,
What?
so, nothing.
Do it.
No. What?
You had something.
I just thought of something that was funny. Yeah.
Should.
Anyway,
We should just call this the Fuck It Podcast, where we just come out with everything we want to say.
No.
Come on, dude.
Okay.
All right.
All right. This is what I was thinking. So that day that happened, I think it was. I don't think I told you guys this. It was like the day after I started actually talking to her. Like,
Oh yeah, I do remember that now. Yeah.
yeah.
She's listening to this right now.
That wasn't good.
Hello, send your tits.
I don't think that like. I don't think she knows that we're friends though.
Good. Okay.
And
I'm
if
sorry,
she did, that automatically would have.
sorry to embarrass you, Jeremy, but later in the day, you kept asking me if she sent them, which is the funniest part. I was like, bro, she ain't sent it her.
Well, I mean, I wanted to keep up to date
Of
to
course,
see if you
yes.
were actually
No, they never
if she
came.
did anything.
She asked, like, what school I was from, and then I was like, I'm from this school, and then she's like, cool, I'm from this school, and then it was, like, it. And then...
Why would you ask what school you're from? Like, when you're asking...
Probably because, like, wouldn't want her to spread the nudes.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean, I
God.
don't...
Oh, we were so close.
That's
Maybe.
like that's.
I mean, that was only, like
No,
6, 7
just
months,
see,
8
just-
months ago.
Ugh.
And I look back on it already and say, like, how immature that was, how stupid that actually was.
I don't know why we thought that was a good idea.
I still think it was a good
I mean,
idea.
just the hope.
Slam the dog's face with the door. She keeps.
It was our
Poor dog.
teenage hormones kicking in.
Yeah, and I look back on that, and I think like I'm retarded.
Oh, yes.
We were all kind of retarded.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, have we changed?
No.
I'm not asking girls for nudes. I mean, I never did, but like.
No, I've never asked anyone.
No.
I don't think. What?
Nothing.
This is the funniest thing because Jeremy's face right now, none of you can see it. He's just like has this like funny little smirk on his face, like he wants to like say something or I don't know.
I've never asked before.
Oh, what? You have, Jeremy?
No, I haven't.
Just tell us.
No, I haven't.
Oh wait.
How was everybody's Christmas?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Christmas.
Whoops.
How was everybody's Christmas?
Yeah, and then we were gonna go to the movies, but we ended up not going to the movies because my gram was like,
what were you gonna
Dead?
see?
we were gonna.
Jesus Christ.
No, we were gonna. I forget what we were gonna see. It was some like Holmes and Watson movie, I think. Yeah,
that Will Ferrell one. That was...
Yeah, my dad wanted to see that.
So stupid.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Okay, you're continuing your conversation about how Christmas was.
I still have kind of okay. Is today the 27th?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yesterday, we went to the movies with like my older brother's family
Who's
and
we?
stuff. Like my family, Katie, and then Matt,
Who's
my
Katie?
brother, my girlfriend. Okay, yes, I know it's confusing for the people watching. We have to know.
That's what. No, I actually didn't
Sorry.
know who she was.
And then Matt's wife's like entire
Who's
side
Matt?
of that family. My older brother, and then Kara, that's his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you such a dick? I'm sorry. Yeah, we saw the Mary Poppins musical movie. Mary Poppins Returns.
Who's Mary Poppins?
I would choke you out right now.
Anyway.
It was a musical, of course, and I'm not a huge fan of musicals.
I don't like musicals either.
We saw The Greatest Showman with his family last year, and I actually thought that was decent, even though I don't like musicals. But Mary Poppins is kind of hard to get through. I just had a hard time getting through it. I just thought it was kind of lame.
My
And
Christmas
it was
sucked.
zany.
My
Why?
Christmas sucked. Because,
Uh-huh.
Wow.
well,
Whoa!
yeah, I know. That's pretty much it. It just sucked.
Uh-huh. Sorry, you were just messing with me.
Final thoughts?
Thoughts?
On what? Christmas?
Yeah.
Well, I love Christmas vacation. It's like my favorite time of year.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of like it even more the summer.
Gives us a break from hell.
Yeah.
Ask
I
about
would consider school as like hell, but like
Without the fire.
yeah.
There still
Yeah.
is like the screaming and
Yeah.
Satan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind school this year at all, but I mean, it's just
It's kind of just getting on my last nerve this year.
Yeah.
Senior
Yeah.
year
It's just
for
like-
me.
Yeah,
I'm kinda ready to be done.
I'm ready to be done too.
I feel like that's with
But
all
I
our
know you-
friends, even like the ones that aren't seniors. Like Nathan was telling me, like I'm just not driven this year to do anything. It's like same with me. I just like
Well, like here it is. Like each year you get 8 credits, and 11th grade is pretty much your completed year. Like where you get 24 credits, right?
yeah.
So your senior year you can pretty much just dick off the whole time.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
I
gonna
still
do.
kind of can't. I'm taking like still like serious classes. And it's gay.
I don't care about it. Once my 11th grade year's over, I'm not gonna care at all.
Yeah, once my senior year's over, I'm not gonna care at all.
Until college.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to college
Loser.
because it's a waste of time and money.
Ooh.
Money.
You're probably
Controversial
right.
statement.
But, I mean,
Yeah, I am right.
you'll be
It's getting
crying at
serious.
the townhouse.
They're staring each other down right now. getting
Townhouses.
all
Yeah,
serious.
while we're living in mansions.
Yeah, while you're trust me. I made a movie once, okay? And like, you think you're cool? Like,
Whoa.
yeah, that's right.
Cool.
What was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, another thing that happened yesterday. You know, we went. Shut up,
Motherfucker tripping, yo.
bro! I let the nuts drag, yo. We went to the movies, then we went to dinner afterwards at this. I forget what it's called, like American Grill or some shit. It had the most like weirdest menu. And my brother, my younger brother Luke, who used to show up in a lot of my older videos, he kept playing.
Mom mad.
Let's not
Pube
bring it up.
head.
So many
Pube
ways to make
head. That's his
Mom
nickname. It's Pube Head because his hair gets all frizzly. Okay, but like he kept playing this video yesterday of the Polar Express part where she's like, "I'm
mad.
gonna."
Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, she's like, "I'm gonna," to him, and then the nerdy kid with the yellow sweater just goes, "Yeah, it's a violation of railroad safety regulations or whatever," and it's just a picture of Ben Shapiro, and I was literally dying at the fact that he thought it was so funny. He just kept busting out laughing at it, like, just replaying it.
I watched that like several thousand times a day. So
When there's a video you love, Jake, you'll watch it
yeah.
hundreds of times. Like,
Yeah, there's one I've been watching for almost a year.
Nobody gets what we're saying. What is it?
This podcast sucks.
No, I actually,
No,
I
I'm
think
enjoying
this is
it.
a good one.
Oh, look at the pictures on my phone.
I enjoy the funny conversations that we have. I was listening to another podcast the other night, and Super Mega Podcast actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was on the podcast app.
I do love them.
I mean, I want my podcast, like this podcast, to be like theirs, kind of like it's funny conversations. They make no sense at all, and we just go on and talk about random things. Like I think it was a Jack 'em Off, Whack 'em Off that I was listening to, and it was like a gangster guy. He's like, yeah, you jack 'em off, whack 'em off, or whatever, like that kind of stuff. I want to do that kind of stuff. That's funny.
The one they were talking about how like. Because I felt like I related to Ryan in this. Ryan was saying how, like, his humor, like, he finds the stupidest shit funny. That basically describes our humor.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be something legitimately funny in, like, a comedy show or something. We're all like, haha. But then there'll be something like the example they were using, the one they were laughing at was like, "You've heard of Toast Tito's? Now here's Penis Tito's." Like, comes out in stores soon. And they were just dying at it. And they started talking about, like, seriously of how, like, how has our humor how does our like humor like get to that point where like the unfunny shit makes us laugh like more than actual funny shit.
That's why earlier I mentioned like what if Santa was on crack, because I was hoping one of you guys would take that conversation.
Well, that was a super fucking
answer.
question.
Well,
what would he do, Jeremy? What if Santa was on crack, huh?
Well, just imagine.
What if Santa was on weed?
Well,
on weed.
just imagine on weed. What if he was on alcohol?
Bro, what if Santa was high and stuff and he like came to your house with a blunt and he was like, oh, I'm high, niggas.
But like, imagine if he was on crack. Imagine like one of his normal days, but add crack to the mix. So like, he gets on the roof, he slips, falls off, maybe.
You're
Just tweaks down the street.
You're just describing the Santa Claus. When he like yells at him and he slips off the roof and he's like, "Hey!" He's like,
yeah.
"Whoa, whoa!"
He tears
maybe he was on
3
crack.
children's faces off in the process.
Yeah, I was thinking like if Santa was on crack at the North Pole and they're just making toys and
he
the
gets-
elf messed up, he just like picks up the elf and starts bashing his head in.
No, it's like if Santa is on crack and he goes into a house, he's expecting crack because has an addiction. So if
dude, what if that was the tradition?
so
Like
if,
instead of
crack
laying
out
out,
in
what
the-
if
Oh!
laying out milk and cookies, you just had like a line of cocaine just waiting there.
yeah, and he's
then-
like, oh boy, I've been waiting for this all year.
Like at every house. It's just, oh!
Ho ho
He
ho.
sniffs his crack and then places his balls in the fireplace to let him toast up.
Chestnuts roasting on an open
I
fire.
literally run down the street and let my nuts drag on the pavement.
That's what
he does. He's in the air in his sleigh, and his nuts all go all the
He
way
has
down
a
to the
hole.
pavement.
He has a hole
For
in
his-
his sled. And his
They
nuts
flap
just
through the
flap.
wind. They flap in the wind.
That's all his reindeer.
Yeah.
In the sky.
T-balls.
T-balls.
And then Rudolph has like the
Glowing ball
red nut
reindeer.
reindeer.
Red nut reindeer.
Rudolph, lead the way. So stupid.
Rudolph the red penis reindeer has a very shiny cock.
If you ever saw it, you would even
Jack it off.
I was hoping one of you guys were gonna save me because I was gonna ruin the joke there for a second.
I think it's cute.
It will. Imagine seeing like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like that old like 60s movie, like you know how it's all clay animation.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing it, but like instead of a red nose, he has a red cock. And,
Dude,
like,
someone's had to do that.
yeah, like
right?
the little blonde elf. He's just like, oh man, Rudolph, that's a big one. And he's like, yeah, I know. Watch what I can do with it. And it just starts glowing.
Dude,
His parents kick him out because his dick's too big.
I can just imagine one of those like disgusting kind of like you know how they put a cover on his nose, like the black thing. What if like he just had it like tied up and then it broke, and then that's when everyone sees it, it's just like boom, it just pops in the
They
snow.
dip his pee-pee in Flex Seal.
They're just like, yo, he's not dragging, yo.
I'm fucking tripping, yo. He's not dragging.
Rudolph, man.
Dipping your balls in Flex Seal. Oh my god.
I
We
dip
should
my
do
balls in tar, man.
Dude, wait. Flex seal. How would that work?
What?
Would that like
If you were to,
shrink around your nuts? And how would you get it off?
So why are we
Wait,
talking about
Would you
this?
be able to dip your balls in Flex Seal?
What if you dipped your dick in Flex Seal?
But wait, is Flex Seal like a full-on like liquid though?
Yes, they
Is
have.
it like
they have.
basically like tar almost?
They have Flex Seal liquid.
It's
And
like
when-
a tar, and then when it dries up, it becomes like a rubber.
Mhm.
Oh my god, dude!
So
We
you
should
can dip
do
like-
that.
you
We
can
should
dip
do like a
like-
What?
challenge, and the loser has to dip his balls in Flex
That's
Seal.
disgusting.
I think that's a good idea.
Dude, imagine
I'm
that.
kind of sexually attracted to that.
Yeah, me too.
No,
I'm just kidding.
not me.
Could you imagine? Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
It's
moving
like
on.
a Phil Swift.
So, Phil Swift. His stupid face. His Instagram is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god! I follow him on Instagram, and
Flex
he
fans.
just, hey Flex fans, we got new Flex soap, and he just
My
like,
favorite
oh, it's
I'm
so
post.
weird.
searching for Gucci.
My
Gucci.
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 My favorite two posts were the ones where he says you can't eat them. Like he thought people were being like I can just imagine a stupid Instagram commenter being like, "Yo, I'm gonna like snuff Flex Seal and eat this shit, yo," and he's just like, "No," like
You can't.
that's
eat
like
it.
an adult in our day who like someone like I don't know one of our teachers that would like takes everything we say seriously.
Yeah.
I feel like Mr. Flex is one of those guys.
He takes like he knows that it's a meme though. Like that's what's funny about it. Like
he's starting to embrace it.
He's embracing the meme,
Did
and
you
that's
see
what's really
Flex
funny
Tape
about
2,
it.
The Flexening by John Tron.
Yeah. That's funny.
What I was gonna say, the other post was the one where he's like, "Hey Flex fans, it's not my birthday," and the top it had like 5 million views. He's like, "It is not my birthday," and he's just like said like this whole explanation, and then the top comment was "Happy birthday," and it had like 5,000 likes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Just happy birthday, Phil Swift. Like every comment was happy birthday because it like wasn't his birthday.
Wow.
Gucci.
Gucci.
You know what I kind of like started noticing? It's actually pretty cool. Like, I love looking at comments on anything now, but like, I was like, why is it suddenly like? Because like comments have suddenly like on anything have like suddenly like surged into being like really funny, like actually funny people like saying funny stuff. It's like why did it not used to be like that? It's because like there used to be like spam all the time.
Mhm.
Like I never see spam anymore. Like those ones where it's like I don't know, remember the YouTube ones? The reason like pretty much PewDiePie like remember he did that and it was like a huge controversy. He like disabled his comments.
Oh yeah.
I never see spam anymore and it's actually really nice. Like ever.
Yeah.
Spam was gay.
I like spam.
You mean like the shit you get at stores?
Yeah. It's
I've
actually
never-
really good.
I've never had it.
Oh, it's so good.
What is it?
It's spiced ham.
Okay. For some reason I thought it was like some gross like
Fish or like something in a.
No, I just like
Scraps put together into like a meat.
maybe.
Sweet.
It's spam stands for spiced ham. They made it during the
Oh.
Great Depression.
Tyler the Schmeat meat back with. How did I get
We should
that
get
in?
Tyler in the podcast.
Oh yeah,
Tyler's actually good.
Tyler would be good with a conversation.
We actually on the Xbox channel, we actually started one and never did any. We did
Yeah,
like,
I
Smite.
remember.
That one was bad. Then I did one with just me and Tyler on Breaking Bad, and it was actually really good.
Yeah.
He's actually good at. I love talking to Tyler about like movies and shows and stuff because he actually gives a lot of good.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yeah, people usually consider it a Christmas movie, I think.
There's a lot of people saying like, no, it's not a Christmas movie, but then people are like, yeah, it's a Christmas movie because like there's like Christmas references and stuff. It's like
Yeah, but I don't.
I think that's a kind of huge controversy. Like a lot of people.
Really?
I don't think.
Oh yeah,
I don't
like,
think.
I heard that a lot this Christmas.
I don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie because the genre of Die Hard is like action adventure, and it doesn't even embrace Christmas that much. Like it's not like its main focus isn't about Christmas. Like if you take the movie Elf and you look at that, like
well,
that's
that one's obvious.
that's obviously about Christmas, and that's definitely a Christmas
Yeah.
movie. Any Christmas movie, 90% of the time they're talking about Christmas, and Die Hard is not. That's why I think.
I've never seen Die Hard.
Oh, it's good.
I've yet to see that either. So
You haven't seen it?
I remember
You guys are gay.
I saw like a list or something that was like that had all these weird movies on it that were like they were saying like were quote unquote remotely Christmas movies, and one of them was The Godfather because remember like
What?
kind of like near
Oh.
the beginning it's like Christmas time.
That's retarded.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
That is the greatest movie of all time, though.
The Godfather.
Oh yeah.
That's
I have
debatable.
yet to see it.
Oh, well, all three of them are leaving Netflix January 1st.
The Godfather.
Tonight.
January 1st. That's not
Tonight?
tonight. Oh, tonight movie night.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I don't.
This will
yeah,
be if
sure.
we do. It's my 5th time watching it.
The
Oh.
Godfather.
Yeah,
Rip.
the first time I watched
I just
it.
watched it last night.
How many times have you watched it, Jeremy?
Oh,
Well, I bet
I've
you love
watched it 15 times. Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours long, and I've watched it like in a row, like before. Like
I've been starting to rewatch a lot of movies because I
Boring.
watch them with other people. Like when I showed
Shut up.
Bond. Okay, we
Wait,
should,
do you
we
wanna-
should
do you
talk
wa-
about that after.
Do you
Yeah.
porn?
Wait. No, like the voice.
Juice ass.
Jesus.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Oh.
Okay, let me finish what I was gonna say though. Like I've been rewatching a lot of movies, like because I show them to people.
Yeah.
I've seen like Hot
I
Fuzz
like
twice
American
now.
Beauty. I think
I did-
I was just like.
Yeah, I liked it too.
You
I-
fell asleep.
Yeah,
asshole.
I know. I was asleep.
I feel like you.
No, what's
It was
funny?
just like an interesting movie and how it all tied together in the end.
What's funny
kind
is
of
like I
ish.
Mhm.
fell asleep right in the beginning. Like I only saw like the first like
Mhm.
I don't know 5 minutes. I fell asleep, and when I woke up next time, I rolled over and her tits are on the screen.
Yeah.
Like I guess you guys must have been making noise whenever her tits
Yeah,
showed
I
up.
literally told like Jake, I was like, Jake, this is the titty scene. Jeremy wanted to see this. Wake him up. I literally said that.
Did you wake me up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I woke up because I turned around and like I looked. I'm like, what the hell? Like it was just him leaning over top of her and she has her tits out.
I feel
I'm
like-
what the?
I don't know. I love that movie so much, but I feel like it's really hit or miss with some people. Cause,
I
like,
guess they never
people-
miss, huh?
Caleb was like, it was
You got a
weird
boyfriend?
Movie.
Yeah, Jake.
I
Yeah,
didn't
Caleb
like
said it was weird, but then like a couple days after that, he told me like I actually love that movie. Like he was
Yeah.
telling me like
He
I
can-
actually,
he copies
liked it from
everybody's
the-
opinion.
I liked it from the first like I just you don't see movies like that. It was just like interesting.
I
It,
love-
seemed,
I
it
love-
seemed like a nice like a nice classic movie, but like the plot I just didn't like because
What?
it's just weird. Like he's like 42 years old and she's like.
I mean,
That's just
yeah,
weird.
it is weird. I love movies that do that though.
And now
That just
like
go like kind of beyond the boundary,
Yeah.
and it gets so interesting.
yeah,
what
but
they
it
do
makes
with
it like even worse now because now that you know how Kevin Spacey is now because he
yeah, I
molested that
guess.
14-year-old.
I don't know.
Like,
I didn't see that at all when I first watched it. I like Kevin Spacey. I think he's a good actor, honestly.
I don't think he's a good actor. I mean, I don't like that he's like, you know, he molested that kid or anything either. But like, I never like, but even before that, I never thought he was a good actor. I always thought he was like, yeah, he was like average.
Fight.
I don't know. I kind of wish he did. I mean, I don't blame you for falling asleep because you were tired or whatever. But
I was
I
tired.
kind of wish you did see it because I wanted to see your thoughts on it because it's one of my second favorite actually behind Shawshank.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
For some reason, I did like. This is actually really weird to think. I did like the opening like scene or not the opening scene, but like the bag. Like I just like that. Like the way that bag is blowing around.
You're
And that-
you're kidding, right?
No.
Because that's the move. That's the part of the movie that everyone literally doesn't like. That's like the only part that people don't like.
No, I just like it because like the music that was playing, it was just nice.
Yeah, I like it too.
Because like the way the
Oh,
camera, it's fine. The camera like the way the camera like follows the bag around. That's just cool. I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, like
Peter reference.
oh yeah, the Family Guy reference.
I got so confused because like sometimes I watch like little clips on like YouTube just when
Yeah.
I'm bored as hell.
So you
And
saw that.
I saw that I'm like, Like
And then you watched
I
the
thought it
movie.
was kind of funny, and then when I saw like the movie, I'm like, oh.
Okay, so to explain, there's a Family Guy made fun of that scene in American Beauty. That's so weird because that's literally the one thing in that movie people don't like. Like people say that movie's amazing, but that part is just like so like cocky kind of and stupid because it's like oh it's a paper bag. There's so much beauty in this world, and like the Family Guy made fun of it and
Speaker.
wait
Speaker.
okay
Speaker.
Jake's getting a
Speaker.
call. I'll
Speaker.
continue this after.
Speaker.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
where you at?
Jeremy's.
Oh, okay. Did you talk to Dad?
Yeah. Why?
What did he say?
He said they could sleep over.
Oh, okay.
All
When are
right.
you coming back?
Oh, we're kind of in the middle of a podcast right now. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
When are you coming back?
Probably like we'll probably be heading out in like 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes.
Okay, be
30.
careful.
30.
Okay, well 30 maybe. Yeah. Oops. All right.
Alright.
All right. See you later. Love you too. Bye.
All right.
Gosh!
My mom was on the podcast.
Yeah! Yes!
Yeah. Guest speaker.
All right. So what Family Guy did was they literally did that same thing, right? Where Peter was like filming the paper bag.
Yeah.
And then it cuts up to like goes up to like God or whatever, like in a cloud, and he's like,
That's so.
"It's literally just a paper bag. It's so stupid. It's not beautiful," or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's the dumbest thing ever. Family Guy's kind of gay sometimes.
Like I do like Shawshank Redemption too. That's a good
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Like those guys did a really good job in that
You know
movie.
what's funny is that like, the reason I started like getting into like serious movie watching was because of Adam Zook. He wrote those top 10 movies on Eagle Eye, and like I got like the way I started watching movies when I first did it was just finding like recordings on TV and recording it to my DVR, and that was literally the first movie I found.
Which one?
Shawshank.
Oh.
And that was the first movie where I was like, all right, I'm going to start like watching like all these good classic movies now. And Shawshank was literally the first one. And ever since then, it's been my favorite movie, which
Wow.
is weird.
Wow.
Like,
That's pretty cool, actually. But
yeah.
Like,
I
he
was
brought
like,
you to-
it was movies. I love movies like that literally just like leave you like give you chills. Like, that's why I love my top three, Shawshank, American Beauty, and Inglourious Bastards. They all just kind of like gave me chills when I first watched it. I was like, that was an amazing
I
fucking
don't think
movie.
I've ever seen Inglourious Bastards either.
Do you watch movies?
I mean, like,
Like you gay?
dude,
you gay or
like,
something?
I got all the Tarantino movies on DVD now.
listen,
Oh,
Hateful
yeah.
Eight.
you should probably stop home and get those, because, like, we
Really?
could literally watch the movies. together.
We should watch The Godfather. I'm just saying.
I would. I really want to watch the second one again before it goes off. Because I've seen the first one 4 times, and the second one I've
4
only seen
times,
once,
wow.
and I've
That's
that's a lot because it's 3 hours every time.
yeah.
I watched it once for my DVR where I skipped through commercials. I didn't really get much out of it because I was like, I don't know why. The second time I watched it on Netflix, and I was like, man, that is a really great movie. Third time I watched it was at Cody's house, and I was like, I still love this movie. It is a really great movie.
It is.
And then the fourth time I watched it, I showed my girlfriend, and yeah. So
Did she like it?
I don't know. I don't think she cares for like too serious. I don't know. She like Shawshank actually is her favorite movie too, ironically. But
And
like,
that is your favorite movie?
yeah,
as
that's
well?
my favorite movie. I don't know if she
She's
likes.
saying
I think she kind. I think she did say she liked The Godfather though. I think.
She's just saying that.
I showed her Halloween. That was the third time I watched that, and then the fourth time I watched The Godfather that night
Halloween. I just
Wait,
like
the
Halloween.
original one?
Yeah,
Halloween
the
is-
original.
Yeah, the original one is good.
What else were we talking about? I feel like I just kind of spoke over you guys so much there.
Oh,
so-
no, that's
Nah.
fine.
I do think that like my top 3 movies. Number 1 is definitely The Godfather. Number 2 is Bohemian Rhapsody. And like number 3, probably The Godfather Part 2.
Yeah, really. I don't blame. I mean, people saying like
Like they're
when the
really
second-
close.
When the
They're
second
really
one
close.
came out, people literally debated over which one was better.
Yeah,
I think the first one's still better just because it has all those like classic characters.
yeah.
Like the family's still there.
I love the ending scene of that movie.
Oh, yeah.
my gosh, is that a good
I
scene?
really
That was
wanna
a scene
watch
that
it now.
that was a, that was a scene too that gave me chills actually.
Yeah, that like he's like
Whoa.
just boom, 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 one after another, and then like the priest just talk. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but like that's just crazy. Like that last ending scene.
It's kind of hard to
unbelievable.
understand, but maybe
Yeah,
if we tell you what's going on
Yeah,
and
the-
if you pay attention,
The
it'll
thing
be
is
good.
like when you're watching it, you have to listen to names. You have to really
yeah,
pay
pretty
attention
much
to
like
names.
remember names.
Because that's always
Yeah.
how the mafia is. Oh, get Johnny down there downtown. You know, he gonna give you all the drugs and whatever. You know, like you always have to pay attention to names because. Shut up. You always have to like pay attention to the names of that movie. The second one's really good too.
Mhm.
I really do like the second one. That's a good movie.
So are you? I thought I put on Inglourious Bastards the one night. A couple of us slept over. Were you there?
I don't think I was there.
I thought that was the night we played Telestrations and everything.
No.
Really?
I was. Wait. Yeah,
Yeah, that was.
you were there.
It was that World War II movie where they like.
You know, Bear Jew.
Maybe he was asleep.
Bear Jew. He
Had
came out
been
and he like
asleep.
he hit people.
Well, like it did. We did like watch the rest of it in the morning.
Have you ever seen that movie? It's like it's like for like, I think like a half hour to an hour. It's like completely silent.
What?
Like the movie's completely silent. Whoops, I was probably quiet. I don't know. I don't know if that was it or not.
What is it, like a 1920s movie?
No, it's like a fairly recent.
Just piano
movie.
music.
It's just really good.
Yeah, like a silent. We should make a silent movie.
Yeah, we should.
You know how they used to do the lines? They would like go like, it would just
And
be
then
like
and
a,
then the text would pop up.
yeah, it would just be like somebody just mouthing words, but you couldn't hear anything. It was just them going like, and it was like no sound to it.
Yeah,
There was
and it's
literally
always
nothing
really
except like
fast.
piano music.
Yeah, and it's always really
And then
fast.
it would show the next shot would literally just be an entire screen of text of what that person said.
Yeah,
That's how
And-
silent movies were.
and then like they walk like real fast because the film was like
Yeah.
like they did it in slow motion, and then like whenever you play it back, it just goes. So they're like walking around real fast. It's funny. It's actually really funny to watch.
At like old theaters, they would literally have like a live piano performance
Wow,
because it would go along with the movie.
that's cool.
That's really cool to think about, like how movies evolved.
What if they did that like now? Like they had an orchestra. Like let's say we went to go watch like Halloween, like a real scary movie,
Yeah.
and like every
Oh
single
my god,
piece
that would
of
actually
music.
be really cool. Do you
Yeah.
think people still do that?
What?
Maybe?
I'm sure
Like
that
in
has
like
to
in
be
like
somewhere.
special like have like live orchestras to like a movie. How
There
they
has
because
to
they
be.
used to do silent movies with piano live, but
I
like
feel like we should take like a trip to find like just like us three or something like that.
The oldest
Maybe-
drive-in theaters in Pennsylvania.
oh yeah, in Shanksville.
Hmm
Shut up! I know what you're referencing. You. Shut up! I'm not even gonna mention Shanksville, PA. People,
Everybody knows.
the fourth plane.
Oh, boom.
Yeah. Okay. Just a joke. Do not take
Yeah.
offense to it. Just a joke.
Liberals.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Libtard.
I mean, yeah, actually, probably anybody. I remember in 7th grade, we went to like the LGI, and like a lot of people were arriving late because they didn't know we were supposed to be there. We did it for 9/11 unit, and I remember Miss Winters just goes, "Where did the fourth plane land?" And in walks Gage Heverly, and he just goes, "Shanksville, PA."
There was we were watching in 4th grade.
Wow.
We were watching
I
like
miss
the
Gage.
like the
I did
video of like you know the planes hitting the tower and whatever,
Uh-huh.
and like R.J. Zimmerman, he's just sitting there and he goes, like you know how after the like the video ends, like you know all the other videos pop up,
Yeah.
and the one was like
yeah.
the one video. This is so bad to laugh at too.
Yeah.
The one video was, it said like people jumping out of the towers or something,
Mhm.
and RJ Zimmerman's like, "Let's watch the people jump out of the towers," and like, oh my gosh, Mrs. Toto, she's like, "Don't say that! You're disrespecting all these families," and just like going off on him, and he's like, "But I still want to watch it."
Oh yeah, so in 10th grade, TCAM brought up this one video that was like, it was a thing where it was like kind of like a continuous like footage thing, basically like real time thing of 9/11, like at the exact time everything was happening, of like all these different clips, and he was like, "All right, guys, I'm just gonna like kind of skip through this. There's like parts where people were jumping out of buildings, and I really don't want to show that." So, and he starts skipping through it, and like he gets to this one part where he just goes click, and then it's just like immediately there's just like, you know, and then like a person falling out of the building. He's oh man, I didn't mean to show you. I'm sorry, guys. Oh god, what a
Wow.
Mr. Rudder in the remote. Yeah, so we were watching what the hell was that movie?
Blackfish.
Yeah, Blackfish, and there was a part where like they were mating the whales. And he wanted to skip it. He wanted to skip that part. So he goes for the remote, and the screen just goes black, and all you hear is shit. Guys, look back up the screen. Look back up the screen. Hold on.
I love that.
What if the
Like,
whales
he's
are
like,
still
hold on.
mating on on the screen,
Yeah.
and he drops it, breaks it, so he can't skip it. So now like the class is literally just forced to watch
What
two
would he
whales
do?
mate. He'd be like, "Oh my gosh, guys!" Like, and he goes up to the
Yeah,
shuts
when he
his-
stand in front of the sea, like
guys, don't pay attention. Don't look, don't look.
he's
Trust
like
me.
standing in front of the projector, and you just see like the hand going on the whale cock, just like across his face.
Yeah, it's like they're humping on his face because the projector
Just right where the projector light is. Oh, God.
Guys, don't look out. Oh, wait.
his mouth is good.
Yeah, he goes like, and then it's just like, like.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
He's also listening right now. Like,
Do you think?
Sorry, Mr. Rudder.
Because like, Micah, he's a pretty smart kid.
Mhm.
He was saying that like, oh, that was such a like propaganda like biased film. Like, do you actually think it was like
Yeah.
completely like just like these
Yeah.
people not really
yeah, just a whole bunch of tree huggers supporting the whales.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care. Like,
I
of
do-
course all the girls were like kind of like, oh, that poor whale that got separated from his mother, and Mike is
Yeah.
just like it's like propaganda.
yeah.
I do kind of feel badly because the way they did do that, it really made me feel bad for the
Oh,
whales.
yeah.
But I'm thinking like they definitely, those whales are treated very, very well. Like
Mhm.
like they get food all the time. They don't have to hunt for it. They don't have to worry about being killed. But like,
What?
but they don't like. I don't know. It's just, it's definitely a propaganda film. 100%. They're like trying to get you to be
I
like,
forget-
we need justice for all the whales.
That's what our essay was about. And I don't even remember which side I took. I think I did take the like this is fake side.
But yeah, that was definitely a propaganda film. Anyway, what's this podcast even about? I don't even know.
I actually
What's
like
up with
it.
the
Yeah.
I mean,
sperm cells when you're sealing?
Huh?
the only battle royale I've ever won. I love that. I actually like this podcast. We're talking about a
Yeah.
bunch of different things. Just title it "Santa's on Crack" because that's where
yeah.
that's probably the most weird topic we talked about.
No, dipping your nuts in Flex Seal. That was weird. Who start? I think I was the one who.
I thought it was
I
Jake.
think Santa on crack. Yeah, that probably was.
Santa on Crack was you, but I thought dipping the nuts in Flex Seal was Jake.
That's
yeah.
weird.
But I just think Santa on crack is a good title.
Well, yeah, I'm not titling it. Oh, dip your nuts in Flex Seal because everyone's gonna want to click on that video.
I guess, yeah. Never mind. I was gonna go back to like talk about movies because I thought you did see *Inglourious Basterds* because I thought you were there.
I honestly probably was just sleeping.
I thought it was the night.
Is Hitler still alive?
in Inglourious Bastards.
Oh my god, I saw a description for a movie on Netflix. It was like a 2017 movie. I forget what it's called, but it's a movie where Hitler comes back alive and he becomes like a really he becomes a like a comedic sensation, and
Oh my gosh, that's retarded.
it's the most like the dumbest plot for a movie I think I've ever seen.
That is really stupid.
Just like
Oh,
I just saying the Perfect Dudes video. You like had your eye cover. You're like, I'm one-eyed.
I don't know. I
It was
remember.
really funny.
One-eyed Willie.
Oh, something funny like that.
I like the vlog I uploaded. I'm Amish. It just had no
Amish
context.
cookbooks.
Almost compose. That was great.
I think this is actually a pretty good podcast.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think it was
enjoying it.
too.
I'm talking.
Yeah,
Jake's
you're,
slow.
you're participating.
I'm participating.
It's
What
nice.
is this like the fourth time you've been on, or
I think
Fourth or fifth?
no.
Why-
Definitely
why-
wasn't fourth or fifth. I've only been in here a few times. Just
Why haven't you been
It's
participating?
maybe like my
in,
third time.
why haven't? Why
You were
haven't
in the first
you-
two.
Yeah.
and then you were in the one with Caleb, and then you were in the other random one with us, like about the meme pages and stuff. So this is like your fifth time.
okay, yeah, maybe fourth or fifth time, sixth maybe. I don't know.
I think
Fifth.
Yeah,
I'd say
fifth,
fifth.
fifth had to be.
Yeah.
Why didn't you
Wow.
participate in all the other ones?
Well, because I mean, like, I don't know, penis.
I mean, it's
The
okay
con- the
if, you,
con-
if you don't want to.
It's okay, man. You don't want to talk about it. It's
Wait,
all right.
were you about to
just
say the
opening up
comments?
now? So
You're opening up.
I'm
I
coming
feel
out,
like-
I'm
I
coming
feel
out of
like we
this
did-
little closet we're sitting in all together. Yep.
Yeah, it's funny. We have the recording light on. We come in here, sit in here for an hour, and then just walk out.
And it's really hot and sweaty.
Yeah,
in
I
here.
mean, we could be doing anything right now.
We could literally be doing it. I mean, all you guys are hearing is us. I mean, below the mics, what's happening?
Yeah, really.
We actually, as a icebreaker, we all get completely naked and then walk in and do a podcast together.
Yeah, because it really makes us feel like very comfortable. If we can get comfortable around each other naked,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy.
Like
Here's
my,
a thought.
My penis is out
Shoving
right now. Ready? I'm gonna
Pipe
slap it
cleaners
on the
up your
mic.
car.
That's disgusting. Fuzzy. Fuzzy.
It's fuzzy, but then that end pokes you and stop.
Bzzah!
I feel like we just need to talk like we would normally talk, you know. Like,
Oh.
That's kind of what we were doing earlier with like the Santa thing, and I love how we're talking about our own like skills at doing a podcast on a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make it like
We should
we're
record
just-
a podcast and listen to that podcast while doing a podcast.
That's autistic. No, we like I want to do like
I remember when we started it, our like ideas started with like, oh, we want it to be funny.
yeah,
mean, like-
and it was totally unfunny.
I mean, like,
They were mostly serious.
It's not-
serious
yeah, I mean, yeah.
conversations.
I don't think it's. I mean, we did have serious conversations, and like, I mean, but I think it's just hard for us to maybe like get into that zone where we're saying shit that makes us laugh
Yeah,
on the podcast. But we're really good at talking about serious stuff on the podcast, I think.
Yeah, but like I want to like start like making up stuff like what if this happened or what if that happened?
Like
or,
hypothetical, like
yeah,
situations.
yeah, stuff that like would never
I
happen.
love stuff like that.
But it'd be funny to talk about because it literally makes no sense at all. Like I don't know, what if a leprechaun was Santa Claus and Santa Claus was a leprechaun, but each one of them were Mexican.
What if Santa Claus actually like opened up your door and walked in on you, and you're like our age, and you're like,
What if Santa? Oh, you mean like while you're like?
What the hell, Santa?
Oh yeah, I guess it could be any time. I mean, like,
Do you think like a bunch of kids across the United States have like set up cameras in like the middle of like before Christmas night and like
oh, I wonder
they
if
wake up
I
the
wonder
next
if there's
morning
any
and go,
YouTube videos.
Santa's faking.
No,
Yeah.
no,
You
no,
don't think kids have ever done that?
no.
There has to be at least like
No,
one kid
no,
out there
there's
that's
no
done
way.
that before.
Let's think.
There has
like,
to be like an 11-year-old kid because you know it's around that time.
I knew
We have
that Santa was
family
real.
friends
Wasn't
that-
real when I was like 6.
We had family friends that just like straight up told their kids when they were like 1 and 2, like, yeah, Santa is not real. Like,
They probably just don't want to
Don't
hold a
believe-
lie against their child.
yeah,
No,
they're-
the reason why I knew, this
I
is
mean,
how
I kind of don't want to do that. Like tell my kids that like that Santa exists because like
well, yeah, I don't.
the thing with that, I actually talked to my girlfriend about it. She said that like the problem with that is if you say all this, then there's a good chance they'll say like, oh, then God's not real. Because like
Ah, take him to church. Anyway,
take
but
him
like
to church, tell him Santa's not real.
the way I found out that Santa wasn't real, I believe I was either 4 or 6.
Mhm.
I don't remember which age. I know it wasn't 5, but I was 4 or 6.
I came way later.
And well, it was Christmas night, and I was so happy to wake up in the morning, so I just kind of like stayed up really late.
Mhm.
And my dad came in to check if I was sleeping, obviously because they're gonna go put presents under the tree or whatever. And I was actually awake, but I acted like I was sleeping when he came in, so like I didn't get caught or whatever. And like I was fake sleeping, and then he walks out because he thought I was sleeping. After he went downstairs, I opened up my door, snuck down the stairs, like
God.
peeked around to where the tree was, peeking by below. I peeked around where like the tree was, and I saw them putting presents under the tree. I went upstairs, laid down, put my face in my pillow, and started
Oh.
crying.
Oh man.
wow.
I didn't have like a traumatic event like that. It was just kind of way too obvious growing up. Like, I don't know why, but like I was surrounded by people who were always just like, yeah, I saw my parents doing that. Yeah, they have the same wrapping paper. Yeah, it's all my present. They got me this. It's like it's just too obvious when you're growing up, especially around people who just love to say that shit.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna put my fireplace on and have Santa come down and get burned alive.
me and my brother always made like Christmas lists, and
Mm-hmm.
throughout the years, I started sensing like I could see that like the way the stuff I was putting down, I could tell. And there was one where "Dear Santa" was in quotation marks.
You did that?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
that's so
that was
funny.
like in 2011.
Oh, that's.
I was so
funny.
surprised it was like that late. I'm like, oh,
Dear Santa.
Dear Santa.
I don't know.
There was a few lists I was like surprised me, and then I saw one of the lists. It was I asked for a ceiling fan. That was the year I actually did get a ceiling fan.
Oh my.
That's why do you ask? Why were you obsessed with
I
ceiling
mean,
fans?
that one birthday, I saved up money and bought a trash can from my room. I don't know. I was autistic when I was little.
Still are. So like, yeah. Christmas. How was Christmas?
You asked that like 3
Did
times.
you just fart?
Yeah, I farted. Have a problem?
You should have put that to your butt.
Like the microphone just. Oh, Jeremy's microphone is under his ass. Oh. All right then.
Did you just call me fat?
I said sniff that. You're nothing. You're like a stick.
Ew.
Oh.
That's actually the second time I farted on the podcast.
Ew.
What
Oh
was-
yeah, it is.
Remember the one we introduced? We were just like, "Hello, everyone, welcome back to the Slapdash podcast." And I just go, and then he's like, "Oh God, this smells," and we just like, I don't even
Yeah.
remember which one that was.
I don't know either.
I feel like on this podcast though, we need to talk more like life stories and personal lives than like movies and YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause that's like
Yeah, I'm really
that's
getting
usually-
tired of talking about YouTube and
That's what we
movies.
resort to. I'll still talk about movies,
Wanna
like
start
movies we
now?
still haven't talked about yet.
I
But
got a
like,
story.
Okay, go. Yeah.
You got a story?
Okay, Jake, tell us a story.
So one
Nobody's
day,
giving it a watch pass this point, so like.
my
what,
dad
might as
was getting the car like I drive the most inspected. So
think
we were
I'll
all
listen back
we were
to
all
these one
jammed in my we were all in my Graham's car. It was like huge, but like
Mhm.
we saw this guy in front of us. He was in like at the time it was like a brand new VW Jetta, and we saw him like swerving a little bit, and it started getting progressively worse.
Mhm.
And then here comes like a Sheetz oil truck like right beside it, and it came over and like lightly tapped the wheel, and then came over. We were on a bridge, and it came over and slammed the side of the bridge. I mean, there was just sparks flying everywhere.
Whoa.
This guy was just swerving, and we got off the bridge, and he went off into the berm, into the grass. He was like in the grass knocking over signs and stuff. And my dad couldn't get a hold of the cops because we were on the highway, and like back
When?
then,
Yeah, when was
this
this?
was like I think 2012, 2011. But like my like cell phones weren't that great back then, and like my dad couldn't get like a hold of the cops because we were on the highway. And I'm sure they were good, but our server sucked. But like he comes off the exit, and we followed him, and we see the cop come flying past us, and he pulled the guy over. And so we were like at a stop light, and that guy was just sitting on the side of the road. He rolls down his window and pulls out 2 cards, and we're like, what? So we went out, and we like pulled up beside him to talk to the cop, tell him what we saw. And he had his driver's license and his Sheetz card out, and his eyes were like wide open. Like it was, he was like, he just like eyes were wide open. He's holding up his license and his Sheetz card. And the cop didn't even like look at him. He's looking around the car first. I mean, it was like destroyed. I mean, it was rubbing up over so much stuff. I can't believe it didn't hit anybody else. But
Yeah, he was later busted for possession of marijuana.
no, it was probably crack. His eyes were like very, very, very wide open. Like I've never seen. Like it was like you ever see that like one lady that can pop out her eyes? It kind of looked like that. It was weird.
Oh, there was let's talk about our time where we saw hot boxing.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah, when we were filming for the movie, the truck.
Ah.
Yeah,
That was a large bong.
yeah. It wasn't like a vaping situation. It was a little bit more than that. It was a little more he has a weed.
He's on weed.
He's like literally on.
Yeah. Yeah. We arrived at a destination to film, and when we got there, we noticed that there was a pickup truck that was always sitting there, and it was foggy this time. And we were like, "Oh, well, they're hotboxing." We automatically knew we know who owns the truck, and we knew that they were automatically hotboxing right away. So, yeah, we talked to them, and man,
It smelled. Oh,
weed smells terrible.
yeah.
Huh.
Maybe that's why we were all fighting down there, and we were all like messing around a lot.
We were all high. We were all high from
Yeah.
secondhand
We
weed
were all,
smoke.
like, this is our first experience with weed, so we're all just kind of like not able to hand it.
I've smelled
What?
weed before, but like That was strong. That stuff was strong.
Pothead losers.
I took that video down.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
you really?
took
I
all
did.
those down.
Did
Whoa,
you? Is
wait.
it still? Is it private or is it gone?
It's private.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on my
I like watching that video.
it's on my channel now.
Mhm.
But like that's the only privated video I have on that channel.
Wow.
Well, I think we talked about a good bit.
Oh yeah.
It was a fun podcast, honestly.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. We need to talk and have our minds a little bit more crazy next time.
We need to at least always like start out with something.
Like a
'Cause,
topic, like a,
Yeah, like something to lead off of. Because
Yeah.
I feel like
Once you have like a stem, like it just kind of
the
like,
the suckiest thing is when somebody's like out of nowhere. It's just like, yo, tell me a funny story. It's like you can never think of one.
yeah.
Mhm.
But like you probably have a ton of funny stories. But like usually they come from like somebody else, something reminding you of it,
Yeah.
like leading off of it. So I feel like we always need to come in with something, and then we'll just keep building up of it. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah, we should go do something
What did we even
extremely
start-
stupid, and then right after that, go do a podcast.
What did
and
we
we'll
even
come
start
up
this
with
one with?
something.
Oh yeah, we started with Cooper Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get Cooper. Come on, bub.
Cooper.
Let's get you
Cooper,
on.
Come to the cob.
We want you.
The Cobcast.
Come to the cob.
We want you on our next podcast, Cooper.
The
we
next
want,
one.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
like us three and Cooper?
Yes,
Yeah.
Sure.
Honestly, whoever.
Do you need
but
my mic, or do you have like a fourth one?
but I mean, I do have a fourth one with a little clip on.
I'm saying like, oh, okay, the clip on.
you probably want like a wired one though. Like, wouldn't that be better? Or...
Yeah, probably.
I think.
Where would he
think
sit?
Cooper
Would he sit back there?
He
I
can
don't
sit
know.
anywhere. I mean,
we
we're
need to
all
get.
just
I need to
jammed
get
in
some.
this closet
I need to
together.
get some podcast chairs.
You should have made this thing like. at
Usually,
least, like, a
I've
foot
seen like
longer.
professional ones. It's usually just like a round table. I keep hitting this mic. Sorry if it makes a noise. It's usually a round table with like the open middle, and that's where all the like mics go and stuff. And I think so. I don't know. Those are like professional ones, but like
I mean, we could move the podcast out into
Super Mega
this
just
room
does it
here.
from a couch. I think they literally just sit on the couch and have mics there.
We could move it into the room right next to us, like into this room here. I mean, I don't know if the audio will be
We have a
any worse.
decent amount of options, but
Yeah.
whatever.
But right now we're here.
Yeah, I think this will do for a good bit.
It's nice and like quiet in here. Is
Yeah.
the nice thing about this.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching or listening to this podcast. If you did, why do you cough every time I'm doing
I'm sorry. It's
an
literally
intro?
accidental.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God. Oh my god!
God.
Every intro and every outro, this man he sits there and he goes.
Like,
He just sits there and coughs.
Jeremy. Seriously.
Anyway,
I hate you.
I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast.
This is how Jeremy laughs.
If you did, buy Pekin Clothing down below. Subscribe to Caden. Subscribe to this podcast with post notifications on. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And goodbye.
You're so